You're on mute.
Apologize. I think a lot of people have a misconception about what the nature of a sexual crime is, like rape or sexual assault, and that it's the crime of someone who wants to have sex with someone who doesn't want to have sex with them. But in reality, it is a violent crime of exerting your will on somebody. It is not like a crime of sexuality, it is a crime of power. So we see that here with all of the compiling circumstances of his actions. He's sexually assaulting her while he's in his police car, a symbol of power, which, undermines her ability to, verbalize consent. It undermines her ability to get out of the situation. Forget the fact that he's already a police officer, is always going to be in a position of power. Yep. He's an adult, she's a minor, is always going to be in a position of power. But he's wearing his gun when he's doing it. It's about exerting his will over someone who he has taken control away from. And that kind of action is accepted and encouraged in law enforcement, in these corrupt law enforcement in these corrupt police departments, which is why we see him not just be able to get away with this essentially with impunity, but to get promoted. And he can be suspended for 5 days, but then come back and get promoted into a mentorship position where he is directly engaging with, inferior officers who might be women, despite him being a sexual harasser, a known sex.
That's what happened when people in authority use their authority to engage with others and use their power to stem others to really assault them.
Harasser, where he has a position in the community where he is engaging directly with people.
He got to be held accountable.
Who could be vulnerable. So it's really just a symbolic.
We will be reporting on something like this again in the future. We got more on the other side. It's indisputable. Stick and stay.
Now we're going to bag it up to the beginning and see what really happened.
Now they were hoping when Donald Trump was announcing his candidacy.
Leadership like this in order to create avenues for us in the classroom at the time of the shooting. Once that investigation is complete, the findings will go back. Investigation.
This is the one right here.
The male student described his pain as the high school was on lockdown due to the abundance of emergency personnel in the building. Dave Chapman, let's put him up. So Dave is the superintendent of the school system, and the high school senior that was grazed by the bullet, the male student described his pain as a sting. Chapman told WTWOTV the shooting occurred
educational purpose.
Educational law enforcement class that's taught by deputy sheriffs from the county sheriff's office. The county sheriff, Mike Phelps, requested that the state.
You got to ask yourself, how well trained are these guys, these cops? You got to think about when they came into force, they probably didn't have to have but a little training. And then most, to keep their insurance, they do training probably every year or every 2 years.
Handle the investigation. State Police Sergeant Matt Ames said they will be interviewing the deputy and students who were in the classroom at the time of the shooting. Once that investigation is complete, the findings
educational purpose
will be turned over to the county prosecutor's office for review. So let me say this. Obviously, this is likely not an intentional shooting. Okay. Now I say that. Now, damn it, I've been proven wrong before. But I'm going to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. He did it on accident. Okay. There still should be a penalty. And as I said before, if a civilian did something like this, there would be an immediate criminal penalty because you decided not to engage in the proper protocol, safety protocol.
So we hold our police officers, officials at a higher standard because they're trained so many hours, they put in so many hours. So we put them on a higher pedestal than civilians.
Around children and the danger you created was actually foreseeable. But I'm glad I'm able to talk to a real attorney who can give some insight into this. This to me looks very negligent to have this level of, an abandonment of safety protocols in front of children. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's absolutely negligent. And the fact that the police department is not immediately firing him, I'm not surprised, because they, they don't want to come out and immediately say, because they could be liable to, because he's an officer of their department, and say, we know that what he did was wrong. We want to distance ourselves from him.
But he was negligent. That's just the point. He was negligent. The cop was negligent. He could have shot not just only that kid, he could have shot plenty kids, 1 or 2 or 3. The bullet could have went through the arm or wherever, torso of any human or child that was there and struck another child.
Said, yeah, I mean, this was a negligent act. You're, first of all, supposed to be training kids, how to react in an active shooter situation. You're supposed to be training kids, about gun safety, and you're in the school, and now you shot a child. So now not only do these children have the fear of an active shooter coming into their school, they have the fear of even engaging in the training to prevent that, or, to protect themselves in the event that happens, because now you've given them this trauma by shooting a student while teaching them how to not get shot.
Not only we got to be careful of intruders or mass shooters, we got to be in tune with the officers that's carrying the gun. But to then stay tuned, I like Struggle Entertainment, man, at Dangerous Minds, Smoke a Lot Media, T.0. Want to thank Dr. Rashad for covering this story and also allow me to pass it on. Peace.